Hello, my name's Zoe. I'm from Birmingham in the UK. I'm a lesbian woman and I am an Earper.
Wynonna Earp
Wynonna Earp.
Wynonna Earp.
changed everything.
It's about damn time.
You can absolutely tell that it is made by queer people for queer people.
It's kind of relatable. I know it sounds really weird saying that about a demon hunting show.
When you are in a room with Earpers, you're not alone.
Any Earpers out there?
It's like being home.
There's only 3 words that matter. Fight for Wynonna.
Wynonna Earp is a show that premiered in 2016 on Sci-Fi TV. It follows a ragtag bunch of misfits whose goal is to send demons back to hell.
And it's evolved to so much more than that. I mean, it's really a show about, I think, family. And found family, I think, is a theme that I continuously bump up against when I'm talking about and thinking about Wynonna Earp. And with the fandom.
There's some very strong female characters, which I definitely connect with. It's very smart, and there's lots of kind of gayness sprinkled in, which is always fun.
You don't ask Cate Blanchett to be a background extra, you make her Carol.
In 2018, just after 3 seasons, Wynonna Earp was financially on the rocks and was not renewed for another season. So fans, especially queer fans, came to the rescue.
It took a village, man. It took a village for that one. There were all fans from everywhere putting up billboards.
The Wynonna fandom has been so organized, and they're so passionate and wanting to speak for what they believe in and what the show stands for.
So besides not wanting to see a favorite show get canceled, why were fans so dedicated to bringing back Wynonna Earp? A big reason is the central couple, WayHaught and Waverly Earp, or known as their ship name,
WayHaught.
WayHaught, God.
WayHaught means everything to me.
I think it was probably my first real realization that I could love women and still be accepted and still have a normal relationship.
I feel seen for the first time.
There's finally someone on the screen that I can identify with.
It feels like these characters were written for me, somehow.
Shows centering queer characters are still atypical. When they are done well, they resonate with fans and create devoted audiences, much like the Earpers.
I think that's part of initially, in the beginning, why the relationship really clicked with people. Because they saw themselves in the utmost respect. It was never like thrown in there just to like titillate an audience or anything like that. It was always earned and well-paced, and it felt real and grounded.
Wynonna. Chrissy and Emily, are you a sight for sore livers? How dare you!
Wynonna Earp was ultimately saved and brought back to Sci-Fi for a 4th season after a large fan campaign. So far, that decision is paying off. Ratings for the Season 4 premiere increased 11% from the Season 3 premiere according to Nielsen. And a Sci-Fi representative told Deadline that there were 1.2 million views on all platforms combined. This was accompanied by high fan engagement on social media, while the actors themselves live tweeted during the show. Other shows featuring queer characters and couples have received a similar outpouring of support when they face early cancellations. Some even garnered enough audience outrage that they also got a second chance, like One Day at a Time and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which were both picked up by other networks. Other queer shows got the compromise of a TV movie finale, like Looking on HBO and Sense8 on Netflix. But even when a show is beloved, sometimes it is just out of control of the fans. Take Vita, which was canceled after 3 seasons despite calls for it to come back.
Because Eddie's good people and her wife just died. That's why I came.
Her what?
Starz was our studio and network, so they would have to want to do it. I don't own my show, you know? And I wish it could work the way it did for One Day at a Time. That's the main reason why I was upset that Vida is gone, because it's like, we don't keep telling these stories, you know?
Hey, coming out is a whole process.
Coming out?
Right now, I'm very militant about no stories about us without us. You put the dominant culture at the helm of a BIPOC or a queer POC story. It's not just not authentic. It's someone's version of you, you know? So like, let us create and produce the versions of us.
having people involved who genuinely like love the fans, but who are queer themselves and can bring that authenticity to it. And I think that's why, you know, Wynonna and shows like that have connected so much with fans, because it feels real. It feels like, okay, I get their references. This sounds like somebody that I would talk to wrote this.
Halloween costume. I'm going as She-Ra.
These queer references and authentic depictions of sexuality have assured fans that Wynonna Earp is in good hands.
It was the perfect example of this fandom and why they are so special, because there is an overwhelming amount of respect, camaraderie, togetherness in this fandom that I think many of us have never seen before. And I think they totally brought that to the fight, and just being loud and proud about how much we love the show and how much we want to keep seeing and telling the story.